Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays FTL. You're probably saying, please don't play on easy, please don't play on easy, but what I really want to do is just finally beat the Federation cruiser with the Zoltan ship. You don't mess with the Zoltan. The real question is, do we want to go Adjudicator, or do we want to go Nether? Or sorry, that's the Kestrel on the other side there. I need to change the layout. Or do we want to go Nether, Nether? I don't know, okay? I think, I have good experience with this, but I think I'm gonna try, honestly, going for the Adjudicator. I really like the Halberd Beam. It does a lot of damage. We're gonna start like this, and we're gonna need, at some point, some other weapon to make this work. Or we won't be able to make it work, but that's okay. I think that's going to be something that's fairly likely. And I'm enjoying playing on easy. The Rebel flagship in particular is still an enormous challenge, but after this, if we unlock some more ships, we'll start playing on normal. So how did the last run go? I'm starting to talk as if it's Isaac or something like that. It went really, really well. Let's be honest about the whole thing. We ended up winning. Spoilers, sorry if you haven't seen it. I'm just trying to figure out where we'd want to use our Halberd Beam here. I always want to call it like a Jim Halpert Beam. And we'll just go for this. If we're gonna do that, we might as well do like that instead. Anyway, we got the weapon pre-igniter. That, combined with some of the most powerful weapons we've ever had, made things very, very easy on us. What is the problem with this run to start with? Well, there's some good things. We have the Zoltan energy shield, but, and 1 bar of shields, which is actually pretty rare, but we only have 1 bar of shields beyond that. And that's going to be pretty easy to take down, especially since the main way that we have to do damage is the Halberd Beam, and the Halberd Beam takes freaking forever to charge up, but the Halberd Beam also goes through 1 bar of shields, which makes it very, very easy to take out, especially these early ships. So if we could just get an ion, or a laser, or even another beam or something like that, it would go a long way towards helping us out a lot here. Now, we should be able to get 4 rooms. Oh my god, it's so close. We should still be able to get 4 rooms here, and this will, without any shields, completely destroy the enemy ship, and then we'll be able to jump away, hopefully before any fires start. We do start with the 2nd level of doors on the ship, too. I wonder how that was decided in the design process, because it seems a little weird that, the ship seems fairly good in and of itself, but maybe the 2nd level of doors just balances it up just a little bit. I do think the Nether is, it's hard for me to say it's, like, objectively better, but I do think it's really, really good. You know what? Forget this. Let's try to put out this fire. I think we can do it. And we can just jump to the store next anyway. And we may have to, medbay some of our units, but that's fine. They're not even actually that hurt, to be honest with you. What do they have? They have an ion blast, a charge laser, and a pike beam. And a second page that has some drones on it. But we don't want to buy any of these modules yet. Anyway. Ion blast. 1 power. That would really help us out. Would take down 1 bar of enemy shields, making the Halberd Beam better. Charge laser can charge 2 times, giving it an additional projectile. I just don't think that this is going to be that effective, but this is going to take 8 seconds. Maybe the charge laser is a little bit better. Let's try it, shall we? Does it take 2 power? Okay, you know what? Let's go with the ion blast instead. I know I'm so finicky, right? But can we get the next level of weapons? Not quite yet. I'm a little finicky about it, but that's okay. Oh, close these, please. Give it a second here. The reason I didn't want to go with the charge laser is because there's no way I'm going to be able to get it up quickly. That came out maybe a little bit wrong, because it's going to cost us too much. We need the reactor power. We need a little bit more of the... Well, you know what? Go back to your rooms of choice. There we go. We need the reactor power, we need to get the extra bars of weapon capacity and stuff like that, so I figure we'll just get the cheap one right now, and hopefully this will carry us for a while. Excellent, that actually worked out nicely for us. And eventually, maybe we can get the, maybe we can get an item that is a little bit better, or a weapon that's a little bit better, I should say. So the Ion Blast is ready to go here. And I think that's going to make our Halberd Beam a lot more effective. It would be nice to have another damage dealer on top of this that is not the Jared Leto missile launcher, TM. But... for now, this is more than enough. This is more than we need to start with. Trade 2 drone parts for 9 fuel. For now, that seems like an incredibly good trade. Looks like that last store is probably going to be completely inaccessible to us. Alright, let's get this show on the road then. So they're going to try to get away. We're going to auto-fire, we're going to fire first on shields. Because that's, what we should do. And then we'll fire on weapons, because this... you know what? Missile launcher doesn't worry me, actually. We'll fire on engines instead so they can't get away. And then the Halberd Beam... we're gonna land, ideally, like so. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Take out shields, take out drone, and do a lot of hull damage in the process as well. There we go. So our energy shields are down, but they have no other way of doing damage to me, basically. With their piloting systems completely out. Oh, we actually hit their drone with our ion weapon. With their piloting systems completely out, there's not too much they can do here, except try to get it back up before time expires. Time has expired, unfortunately for you. So we get 20 extra scrap as a result of that. That store is definitely not going to be doable for us, but it's still a pretty good first sector. What else do we get now? I would love to buy some more crew members, to be honest with you. That's one of the few things holding me back right now. Not to sound cocky, but if we end up getting some more crew members, then it would be nice for us to be able to... man, they take down our shields so quickly. The other thing, I just noticed we only have 1 bar of engine power. So just wait a second. There we go. With only 1 bar of engine power, it seems like a very smart idea. I'm presuming here. I'm going to accept their surrender. No, I'm not, because their missile is going to hit us regardless. If the missile was going to hit, it would have hit us regardless. We got lucky that it didn't. Yeah. Our halberd beam basically tore them apart. So yeah, we need more bars of engine power, because obviously a 15% dodge chance is not going to carry us too much longer, especially when we only have 1 bar of shields, although the energy shield will block some missiles to start with. So why don't we do that right away? That's going to be the easiest engine power we ever got. It only cost us 30 to get to that next level. And looks like this is probably about what we're going to be leaving this sector with, which is okay. We're definitely never going to surrender our crew to slavers. I don't understand why you would in this game, at least on easy. That seems like a no-brainer, because you can usually get a crew member out of it, and even if you can't, it's worth fighting, because, you know, losing 1 crew member, that's like a 40 scrap loss. That's a terrible deal. There, that one landed, and this will be bad for them. Yeah, they're going to give us a human crew member, so we'll take it. Probably worth more than the scrap we would have gotten, and he can come down to the shields room here. So... actually, you know what? He should be our pilot, and the Zoltan should come down into the shields room for the extra power. See? I'm learning a little bit. Slowly but surely, I will start to make this game, well, I was going to say something offensive. I'll start to make this game my consensual life partner, is what I'll say, instead of dropping the B word. Give them 1 fuel? Yeah, that gives us a quest marker for the next sector. Or they gave us 1 fuel, sorry, and then that became a quest marker in the next sector, which seems like a no-brainer to me as well. Free combat drone, and we are onwards. We have to go through 1 nebula either way, so we might as well go through all reds so we get as much scrap as possible. Really important to tailor this run, Jonathan, Tim, the Toolman, Taylor Thomas style, so that I can beat the Rebel flagship, because that will give us 2 more ship unlocks. We're gonna get the Lania's ship here. Doesn't really bother me. I am still feeling a little bit inadequate from a weapon standpoint, but I think we'll be able to take care of it. If we just, if we're just patient a little bit, then it should be fine. Wait for the halberd beam to come up, and we'll wait for the ion to see if it hits. Probably could have landed an instant halberd beam, but I thought this was maybe a little bit smarter. Yeah, okay, that did quite a number on the Lania's ship, I would say. Civilian ship also gave us a Mantis crew member. Does he have any, no special abilities? So he'll become our sensor manager to take us to 2nd level of sensors right off the bat, and also make us a little bit better when it comes to boarding. Now, is there a shop nearby? A store nearby? No, there is not. So, ship, engine, reactor, and we get that extra dodge chance again. Now we're up to 25. 1 in 4 chance of dodging these shots is pretty okay. Again, want to save so we can buy weapons augments. Probably no crew members at this point, but weapons or augments on the shop seems like a very smart idea. Can we ever get back over there? Okay, we gotta make a beeline for this quest beacon, otherwise we're not gonna be able to get back in time to outrun the rebel ship. Should try to use them to delay the rebels. Sure, we delayed them by 1 jump, which actually might end up making a truly enormous difference. Let's come back here and go to the quest beacon, and then we'll make our way back. We got 40 scrap as a result of that, which I think is pretty good. No, there's no way for us to get back over there. So we got lucky that we got that delay, otherwise we may have actually found ourselves in a truly terrible position. But this is actually going to allow us to escape, which is fine. Have we already been to this beacon? We have not. Attack the rebels, absolutely. ABA, always be attacking. That's also a combination to jump, melee, and then jump again when you hit the ground. Perhaps to put yourself in a teabag position if you're playing Halo 2 on the Xbox 360. Now, bomb just explodes against our ion shield. Halberd beam we could fire instantly, and I think that might be better just to make sure that we do some damage here, but it'll be back up so quickly. Yeah, we'll wait for the Ion Blast to see if it hits. There we go. I think that was way smarter. Oh my god, what is happening? Cats are causing some trouble. That is really bad for them to start out with here. No question about that. It doesn't really matter what we auto-fire on, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure that this is over. Let me take a quick look behind me and make sure these felines are still alive. Tomo, what are you doing over there, buddy? Trying to grab the shirt out of the closet while the door's still closed. That seems smart. So I did try to steal the civilian supplies. I am not an honorable man when it comes to trying to win FTL, and I don't feel bad about it at all. What do we have in here? Another rebel ship. They have a drone. Sorry, it's a rebel auto ship. They have a drone. Drones are bad when it comes to our shields, but presumably we'll dodge at least one of these lasers, mathematically speaking. Hopefully this next one. Nope. So our shields are going to be completely down in a second. Here we go. This is going to stop that in the bud. Like that. And wow, that's really bad for them. Halberd beam's so useful. Given certain ship configurations, it's one of those beams that, like, definitely does get worse if the ship is, like, really spread out. But if it's not really spread out, then they're just screwed forever. Which I really enjoy. Oh my god. It's okay. It's just the cat. No problems. We got a store, which we'll definitely go to because we have 148 scrap here. Started to learn that, like, buying items is a little bit more important, I think, than, I don't want any of these because they're all missiles. Is a little bit more important than just upgrading the ship. So we're going to go with mind control unit. Don't want to go drones because we don't have many drone parts yet. We can hopefully buy these later. Mind control is super useful. And I think we should get a scrap recovery arm. And the reason we do stuff like that, and we'll sell the anti-defense drone, or sorry, anti-combat drone. We'll keep this defense drone for now, just because defense drone Mark II is really useful for the hull. Or for protecting our hull against the rebel flagship. So this allowed us to get mind control. Mind control is really useful. If we get, we can get one more level of it, and yeah, I mean, let's just wait on it for a second. We're already pretty powerful. We'll hit up this distress beacon. We do have second level of sensors because we have a Mantis in there. And, of course we will attack the Lanius ship here, because the Lanius are the game's truest assholes. And we'll just force them to fight. Pilot versus the shield member here. And we should be able to take them out very, very quickly as a result of our ion blasting here. And if they hit us, so be it. But for now, let's make sure that we can totally land a halberd beam in here. And there we go. Why are they, like, extra weak to this, or is it just the configuration that's extra weak? I don't know. That does take us to 93 scrap, which is going to allow us to get one level of that, and we don't need any more reactor power right now. Just give this a second to recharge. You know, we can jump before I allocate the power. That should be fine. We got plenty of fuel, plenty of missiles, just not a lot of drone parts so far. I would love to get a drone control unit at some point in the future, don't get me wrong. We just need that point in the future to actually arrive. Now, this is probably the ship that we've encountered so far that scares me the least. No shields means halberd beam is just going to tear them apart. Not that it wouldn't already. And it also means that ion blast can focus exclusively on their weapons. So, like, very sorry about that, but why would you ever configure your ship like this? Like, it's a scary place out there in the world. We can actually hit all 4 rooms, and that will solve that pretty quickly. 26 extra scrap. That was a distress beacon, which is kind of lame, because there really wasn't much reward or much of a challenge there in the first place. I guess it was like a trap. Absolutely, always demand surrender of goods. They're going to try to get away. We're going to mind control the pilot, which will make it much more difficult. I really think I wish I could just auto-fire mind control, and it could be like, always go for the pilot. Reason being, it's just the best, I feel. It gives you a much better chance to hit, although with a halberd beam that doesn't help us out that much, but if they're trying to escape, it stops them, and it also distracts them. They always choose to fight for it, so it's worth it, I think. Alright, now this is going to be bad for them as well. You just land this appropriately. Oxygen, shields, and weapons, and engines now in a very, very scary position. For them, not for me. I'm in a good position. Now, their FTL is delayed, but they could still be able to use it, I think, although they'll need a pilot in there, but that's not going to help them out too much right now, is it? And this will be the end of their lives. You fought valiantly. It's too bad. 23 extra scrap. Definitely not going to be a store that we're going to get to on this floor anyway. So we'll just get to that 3rd level of mind control, and that's going to be really, really heinous from our enemies' perspectives. Third level of mind control at the end of the second sector is going to cause them a lot of problems, I think. And of course there's a store right off the bat on this level, because otherwise I wouldn't be, you know, eating my own words. Let's dock and try to rescue survivors. We actually got a Lanius crew member. Where does the Lanius crew member go? It's a very good question. Just an empty room? Like an empty room that nobody else goes to? Because they suck oxygen. I don't know what their value is, but they definitely suck oxygen, and that's okay. I'm not trying to tell them not to live their lives in the way that they've chosen to live their lives. Trade 7 drone parts for 36 scrap. We're going to decline, but ask about their translator, but we can't buy it. Okay, that sucks. So this store is not going to be useful for us, but the store adjacent to it maybe, especially because we have combat here. Alright, mind control on the pilot, and they're like, oh shit, what happened to Derek, man? He's pretty screwed up. Now that there's all 3 of them in here, and we've got level 3 mind control, we actually have the strongest of all of the crew members in there fighting. So, Halberd Beam is charged. We're gonna wait until the Ion Blast lands, and then we're just gonna maybe kill all the crew members, like this. And we can probably keep the ship alive by doing this. So that's what I'm gonna do. If I can, at least. We can, the good thing about the Halberd Beam is we can basically choose how much damage to do to the enemies. So yeah, they're gonna repair the piloting system, no big deal. We're gonna take it out again here. Just by doing one of these. And yeah, this will give us way more scrap this way. So we'll wait for our Halberd Beam to be back up. Really thought he would offer up some, you know, options for surrender, but I guess not. That's okay. Lanius crew member, why don't you go into the oxygen room and fix the oxygen? Seems a little weird, because you're gonna suck all the oxygen out of it, but that's okay. This should kill this guy, if I'm correct. No? Okay, where's he going now? He's gonna fight in the oxygen room. Makes you kind of a dick. Why couldn't you just die in that room that I wanted you to die on earlier? This is such a hassle for like just a little bit of extra scrap. And we're getting hit also. We're taking hull damage as a result of this. That's gonna cost me scrap in the first place. I'm just gonna wait and see if he's still moving. He's not. So we're gonna fire like this. Should only do... Oh, it's gonna do 2 damage and that'll explode the ship. Well, that was well worth it. Definitely. We got 38 scrap. Get out of the oxygen room, you ding-dong. You're making it real dangerous. One of these days, I'll figure out how to use that Lanius effectively. Today's not that day, though. Now, can we... No. Okay, so we're going to this store. We might be able to go back to it later, but we're going to go to this store for now. They don't have too much for sale. Chain Ion might be better than Ion Blast. It takes 3 power. It can get 4 charges, but it takes 56 seconds to get 4 charges. Ooh, that's a little scary for me right now. Cloaking's 150. There's no way we're going to be able to get to that. That's okay, though. Do we want to buy fuel? Do we want to buy drone parts? We don't want to buy a repair bomb? I think we just want to leave, to be honest with you, and we'll focus on upgrading ourselves right now. Or soon. I'll focus on doing me for me. Now, plenty more scrap there. That's good. 124 is great. We might get enough to buy cloaking, which is obviously of critical importance if we can get it. We'll just mind control the pilot again, as we are wont to do. And their shields are not going to be in a good position with perpetual ion blasts, not to mention the asteroids that are coming in at all times. So I imagine the asteroids will probably do most of our dirty work for us. Having a cloak would be awesome to be able to defend against stuff like that, but Halberd Beam's going to tear them apart here anyway. Our ion blast is now offline, so it is pretty important for us to take them out as soon as possible. How can they surrender? The only person on the ship is the person we have mind controlled. Doesn't make any darn sense. Please stop shooting at me. Okay, so we can put the ion blast back on. Everything's fixed up here. That's fine. And the asteroid took them out, so we should be fine now. 43 scrap's pretty good. That does give us enough to buy cloaking. So we should perhaps take that opportunity. But for now, game got a little jittery there for a second, but disregard. That was just me checking Skype to make sure I wasn't urgently needed for something. Cloaking. No-brainer purchase. We can just depower that a little bit and get cloaking powered up. Can we actually get one more reactor power? No, we're a little bit away scrap-wise, but scrap-wise, Gamgee would be a great name for a robot hobbit. Hobot. Nah, that's probably not the right way we should do that. A robbit. They both kind of don't sound fantastic. But first level cloaking is what it is. It'll give us a chance. Inquire about the process. Offer to help in the process. Decline their offer. I told you, I never have enough scrap to do that encounter. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get a halberd beam charge, even with only 1 level of cloaking. Definitely going to be a hero. Definitely going to attack the pirate. How do we handle this? First off, mind control. Get the pilot. The mantis is going to tear him apart. Ion blast, and then cloak, because then we got a second to kill. So they're not going to be able to shoot at us at all, which is great because it protects our energy shield even more than it was otherwise protected already, which is, to be honest with you, kind of a lot. And there we go, 4 rooms with this, and they've offered a different bribe this time. Still not a fantastic one, but they're screwed. The NG is still alive for one reason or another. And again, this is one of those situations where if we played our cards right, we might be able to kill both of them before we actually manage to kill the ship, but we're just going to kill the ship because that became very tedious last time. We need some anti-bio stuff if we're going to make that happen. Alright, on to the next sector, I guess. It's going to be a rock-controlled sector. And we'll see what kind of good stuff we can get going on here. Would love to get a second level of shields. Would love to get next level of cloaking. More dodge, more reactor power. Wait, then attack the surviving mantis. Yes, absolutely. That sounds like something I would very much like to do. It looks like I'm going to get boarded, so we're just going to mind control the pilot, nip that in the bud right off the bat. Then the ion blast, of course, we're going to fire on the shields. And we're not going to cloak this time until they shoot at us, because we might as well waste their shots if possible. So there's 1 hit. Halberd beam can go through 1 bar of shields. Cloak our way around their shots, and that ion blast hit, which is enough for me to just come in here and then take out some very, very relevant rooms relevant to their causes. And hey, they're all dead. Wow, that mind controlling a mantis seems super awesome because they do so much damage that they can, especially with that health and damage boost. I think they get a health and damage boost at level 3. They just become so freaking strong. So again, we'll basically do the same thing here. We've mind controlled Ohm. That is weird, but that's okay as well. We'll make sure to ion blast the shields, and the asteroids will probably do the dirty work for us here, to be honest with you, especially now that their oxygen systems are basically taken out. They fired a laser at us. I should have cloaked out of the way of that. Oh man, their oxygen systems are fucked. Okay, ion blast in, and it hit. And then again, can we actually kill them without breaking the ship? It's gonna be close because the asteroids are gonna tear them the F apart. And man, I mean, that guy's mind controlled. I almost feel bad about this. Have we been getting hit by asteroids? Well, we need to repair this stuff, obviously, so go to it, Lanius. We'll cloak just to get out of the way of those lasers. Of course, the lasers still hit me. We might, if we just do no damage to them, I think they'll just die of, like, asphyxiation, basically. Oh, no, he went to a room where he's not going to be asphyxiated. We can't not do damage to him. Like, if I do the halberd beam. Oh, he has a halberd beam. I'm an idiot. You deserve to die. I forgot that the halberd beam goes through 1 bar of shields. So that's just me being a dumbass. That's okay. The asteroids won't go through our shields, so we'll just get all of our stuff repaired in here. And then we'll send this Zoltan into the med bay. It's me being stupid. That's okay, though. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes, and it's nice to get a refresher, especially when it's relatively consequence-free. Is the Lanius even very good? I don't know. He might be good at repairing. If we make him a repairman, it seems alright. And if we have him, like, fight alongside the Mantis or just fight by himself, if there's boarding, then that seems like it could be kind of useful. We're gonna have some more combat here. I should have taken our friend back to, like, the weapons room. So we will do that now. Where are you saved? You're saved in the pilot? Oh, no. Okay. Sorry, my mistake. You come back here. They only have they have 2 crew members. Okay, so we'll obviously mind control one of them. And we'll wait for their shots to come in, and then we'll cloak. This beam should not be able to get through a level of shields. Ion Blast is not active because I'm a dummy. Wait for their shot, and then cloak. We also have no bar of shields active. What is wrong with me right now? We need to wait for the Zoltan to get back in there. Okay, so I heard them shoot, so we'll cloak. Still only an 82% dodge chance, which is good, but not amazing. And that hits. So even though I botched this fight miserably at the start, we're still going to be able to to get some good stuff happening here, which is nice. I like mind control. It really just, it disrupts the enemy ship. Whenever I get mind controlled, I just get pissed off, basically. It's just one more thing to worry about, basically. And, you know, you already have a lot to worry about, usually. Alright, so we can cloak in a second, but instead, why don't we just kind of do one of these bad boys right here? That'll cause them some problems. And when mind control comes back up, they'll be dead before mind control comes back up. Let's be honest here. We're not going to be able to kill them before, or we're not going to be able to kill the people on the ship. We actually hit them through their cloak there, which is crazy. We're not going to be able to kill the crew members before destroying the rest of the ship. Almost no possible, like, fathomable way to do that. I'm trying, and actually, you know what might actually make it possible is just, like, constantly ion blasting the oxygen system. If we just constantly blast the oxygen system. Do they just... Oh, they have a clone bay. Alright, well, you've done this to yourselves then. Yes? I think they were gonna die anyway, but I was, like, very confused about how that was happening, because I think I hit them with the beam through the cloak, just due to interesting timing. Alright, so yes, we lost a crew member due to alien spiders. Guess we'll send Alanius into the weapons room. Seems a little scary if we ever want repairs to be done quickly. But that's okay. I always do that on the alien spider one because I'm dumb, might be the way that I would describe that. At least we have the Lanius is actually doing something now. We got plenty of scrap to spend here on drone control. Yeah, it would be nice to have a second level drone control unit. It would also be nice to buy another Zoltan. And it's actually a weapon Zoltan, which is perfect. So we have a lock bomb, crystal lockdown bomb, self-teleporting explosive that does no damage but creates a dense wall preventing movement in or out of the room. Requires a missile. I just don't think I could use this effectively. I'm gonna buy another crew member. And then I'm also gonna pick up the drone control unit. This is our last item slot, that's fine. So you're gonna actually become our roving repairman slash fighter again. And this is very important because we do have that defense level 2 drone, which we're gonna put up here. It still requires, they both require 2 power and a drone part, so that's also gonna be able to shoot down lasers as well as incoming missiles, so it's a very nice thing to have on the boss fight. We're gonna sell our defense level 1 drone. Sorry, there's too many tabs now, I get confused sometimes. Got 61 scrap. I don't think we need to buy anything else, but we will buy 16 scraps worth of drone parts, and next level of shields is what I will get after this bar of reactor power. So that gives us that, and halberd beam can be charged. Okay. Oh, it actually takes 3 power for the defense drone. My mistake. So we need an extra bar there, and we can get that back with something. We can depower enough to get it back. For now, though, we'll go to this distress beacon. We don't need that defense drone until basically the flagship fight anyway, is what I'm thinking. So, I'm sending crew to help to control the crowds. We lost our mantis. It's okay, he wasn't the most important mantis in the world. Now we need to get a second level of sensors so we can still use mind control. I know what's wrong with me, by the way, but I can't stop doing the more interesting outcome for events. I just can't do it. It feels like antithetical to my mindset. So when they shoot this flak cannon, we are gonna go to town on this cloak. Just get ready. Pay very close attention. There's a laser. There's the flak cannon, so we dodge that. And yeah, we only had an 87% chance to dodge, but clearly that's enough. And this is where things get very bad for you, because I can hit 4 extremely important rooms in 1 halberd beam, and shields are gone forever. Both of these units are pretty wounded, and they don't really have anything to offer. They have 1 laser, which can't do too much. The fires could be a problem. Hopefully, it starts in the Lanius room. That's not the Lanius room, that's a drone control room. You get out of here. And, you know what? You get out of here as well. That's fine. We're not going to be able to get out of here on... Whoa, crap. What did they... They hit us with a bomb there. This is an issue. Let's get this done. Okay, the fire in here is out. So this has to get repaired. Fuck the med bay. For now. In fact, actually, you should go in here and you should fix the med bay. Because this guy's going to need it. This is a little scary now. Ion Blast is coming back up. be cool for a second. How do we do this? Get the medbay fixed up faster. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? You have to get out of here. Obviously. I hate the adjudicator! We need to get the weapons fixed. Okay, cloak. Mind control. Ion blast. Halberd beam can't come up yet. This is fine. We cloaked our way out of the shots. Oh good, a fire in the oxygen room. Just in time. I think we might be totally screwed. This would be like the shortest FTL episode on Easy I have done in a long time. We need to put out that fire, but I don't know how to put out that fire. I guess we send the Lania's crew member in, and he just sucks the oxygen right the F out of it as he's also suppressing the fire. Okay, what do? The missile comes up. Ion blast stays up. Why does the missile come up? That should be, I think it's pretty obvious. Missile has to come up so we can actually do some goddamn damage. Otherwise the fire is just gonna ravage us here. I think we just lost a crew member. Shields are critical. Medbay's still active, but we have no oxygen. Okay, get the oxygen fixed. Get into the medbay. You can do it. We lost a crew member. The missile's ready to go. Take out their weapons. That's the problem. That's one of the problems. One of the many, many problems we're dealing with right here. Okay, who's dying? You're dying, but there's no lack of oxygen befalling you. You guys are dying. Lack of oxygen is causing you some issues. Oh my god, this fucking flag cannon. I think we're screwed. I'm real sad about it. That's the thing that bothers me. Because I thought we had a really good chance here that I got cloaking. I had it all. I was rolling in the deep. Now we have one Lania's crew member. Might as well close all doors at this point. Because that's what we've done to ourselves anyway. Wow, a short FTL run. So I apologize for that, but as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe it's nice to see... that was our third best adjudicator run ever, but maybe it's nice to see a failure every once in a while. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, show your support. Click the like button. It helps out a lot. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. Looks like it's back to the drawing board for me, and I'll see you next time.